This video will introduce the CommScope Ruckus Enterprise Level R850 Indoor Access Point. The R850 is based on the latest Wi-Fi 6 standard, which bridges the performance gap from gigabit Wi-Fi to multi-gigabit Wi-Fi in support of the insatiable demand for better and faster Wi-Fi. As a note, this is our legal disclaimer reminding you that some of the products detailed in this presentation may still be under development, and certain specifications, including but not limited to release dates, prices, and product features, may change. It also contains registered trademarks. In this video, we'll discuss Ruckus's AP migration strategy to Wi-Fi 6, the R850 product overview, the R850 value proposition, and the ordering SKUs. First, we'll discuss the migration strategy and trends from Wi-Fi 5 to Wi-Fi 6. Today, enterprises are migrating more quickly to Wi-Fi 6 than previous technologies, such as from Wi-Fi 4 to Wi-Fi 5. As you can see on the chart, for the migration and adoption from 2019 to 2021 is moving very quickly. Here are some of the major Wi-Fi 6 features. OFDMA and multi-user MIMO leverage techniques from the cellular world and help greatly in density and network capacity. OFDMA exploits the diversity and frequency dimensions. It is great at handling short packets, making the best use of a big pipe without overhead by scheduling packets across smaller chunks of spectrum, up to 37 clients at a time. Multi-user MIMO exploits the diversity in space dimension. It is especially useful with high overhead, when there is lots of heavy payload traffic to various clients. However, it can't send to more than 8 clients at a time. 11AX gives power efficiencies. It leverages scheduling of traffic to tell clients when to wake up. Clients microsleep and wake up periodically, thus extending client battery life. It is the most important 11AX feature from a client's point of view. 1024 QAM has better modulation and helps with higher speeds and feeds. 11AC had 256 QAM, so this allows more bits per symbol. Long OFDM symbol provides more robust performance for outdoor environments as it handles multipath better. And BSS coloring allows spatial reuse, increasing simultaneous transmission and optimizing issues with contention if traffic is meant for a distant AP. The migration to Wi-Fi 6 offers CommScope and our partners a unique vantage point. As enterprises and venues upgrade to Wi-Fi 6, what else is needed? It's APs, switches, and cable upgrades. Wi-Fi 6 provides a unique opportunity for a complete network refresh. It may start with the Wi-Fi 6 AP, but you'll quickly find conversations that you'll be having about switches and the cable requirements. What is CommScope Ruckus doing about Wi-Fi 6? In May 2020, Ruckus did the largest refresh of Wi-Fi 6 in its history based on the Wi-Fi 6 standard. We began in 2019 with our first certified Wi-Fi 6 AP, the R750, then followed up in early 2020 with 2 additions, the R650 and the first outdoor T750, then added the R850 and R550 in the first half of 2020. These APs provide a broad spectrum of price points and performance tiers. In 2019, we recommended that Wi-Fi 6 be considered for your select high-performance, high-density venues. Today, with a broad brush of price points and performance, we're recommending Wi-Fi 6 on almost all opportunities. Here is a chart of our APs based on tier performance and whether the AP is an indoor, outdoor, or specialty AP. You can see that the R850 is a high-performance indoor AP. It's the top dog. Along with that, we also have 2 Wi-Fi certified APs for the mid-tier, the R550 and the R650. We also have the T750, which is Wi-Fi 6 certified in the outdoor category. With this broad portfolio, it's important to understand where these APs should be deployed. We have a document called the Ruckus Access Point Lookup Guide that gives guidance on where to use what AP and for what application and deployment location. With this guide, we've broken up different verticals by different rules and deployment locations and mapped access points to these. So for example, in education and a classroom, 2 APs fit well here, the R650 and the R550. If you look at lecture halls, for example, in a university, the R850 is a good match in this deployment. We also include deployment suggestions for other venues such as public venues, transit, and office and retail. So for example, in a public venue with a common space, the R850 would be a good fit. What differentiates our APs is performance, convergence, and manageability across platforms. Ruckus has the best performing APs in the market. We've innovated around our performance by making our APs truly converged. We don't just have Wi-Fi, but also IoT radios inside our APs, such as support for BLE, Zigbee, and other wireless mediums that come on the horizon. We add the ability to manage our APs via the universal AP principle of support for on-premise deployments with our Smart Zone controllers, cloud-managed deployments, as well as controllerless via Unleashed. In addition to Wi-Fi 6, Ruckus brings a lot of radio innovations to the table to help solve the density problem. For example, our transient client management technology is just one way Ruckus enhances Wi-Fi. As an example of how this works, think of a plane that lands at an airport, and as passengers reach the terminal, all their phones connect to the nearest AP, even if they're not going to use the Wi-Fi. This will make your Wi-Fi service poor. Transient client management realizes that some clients are just transient. Just because your clients send a probe request doesn't mean you're going to establish a session with the AP. Transient client management prevents transient clients from disrupting the network, giving you a better Wi-Fi experience. Per packet adaptive transmit power transmits the lowest power for the highest MCS rate. Adaptive Wi-Fi cell size adapts transmit and receive cell size. Airtime decongestion optimizes management traffic by selectively suppressing probe responses to free up airtime for client data traffic. And network capacity utilization steers each client in real time to the radio resource for the best connection quality. Now let's drill down to discuss the R850 AP in more detail. The R850 is a dual-band concurrent access point. On the 2.4 GHz radio, it's 4x4x4 stream with a total of 1148 megabits per second maximum PHY rate. At the 5 GHz radio, it's an 8x8x8 stream, 802.11 AN, AC, and AX. It supports up to 4800 megabits per second maximum PHY rate. It has multi-user MIMO support in both the download and upload modes. It uses orthogonal frequency division multiple access, or OFDMA technology. It has 160 MHz channel support and supports up to 1,024 client associations per AP, and uses the Ruckus technologies such as BeamFlex Plus adaptive antenna with polarization diversity, which is PDMRC. It employs Ruckus Smart Mesh. It has onboard IoT radios, BLE and Zigbee, and can support future wireless technologies. It has one Ethernet that supports one 2.5 or 5 gigabit Ethernet and one that supports 1 gigabit Ethernet. For power, it has PoE input options, so it supports PoH, power over HD-base-T, universal power over Ethernet, UPoE, for full functionality, and supports 802.3 AT for limited functionality. It has an optional DC power supply, 48-volt DC input for full functionality. And as a note, to get more power than 802.3 AT, you have to go to PoH or UPoE. It has one USB port for IoT and other converged technologies. It has mounting support for walls and ceilings, desktop. And for controller management, you can control it with Zone Director Smart Zone on-prem or virtual cloud, Ruckus Cloud, and Unleashed. Here we see the back of the R850. It has two Ethernet ports. One is for PoE that supports one 2.5 or 5 gigabit Ethernet, and the other supports 1 gigabit Ethernet. An optional DC power adapter can be used to supply 48 volts DC for full functionality. There is a USB port to integrate with other IoT and wireless technology, which provides convergence, and the AP includes a hardware reset switch. Here we show the physical dimensions, which is identical to the R730 enclosure. It's the radio chip inside that differentiates the R850 from the R730. Here we show a comparison chart between the R850 and the R730. The two big differences are that the R850 is WFA certified as Wi-Fi 6, and when using the OFDM technology, it supports both download and upload OFDMA, whereas the R730 only supported download OFDMA. Everything else is the same. Here is the R850 SKU number. The product was available as of May 2020. As a reminder, always check with your CommScope, Ruckus VAR, or partner for the latest pricing information. And here is a list of support SKUs for Watchdog Advanced Hardware Replacement for an R850 for 1, 3, or 5 years, partner support for 1, 3, and 5 years, Watchdog Advanced Hardware Replacement Renewal for 1, 3, or 5 years, partner support renewal for 1, 3, or 5 years, and end-user support renewal for 1, 3, or 5-year increments. We also have optional accessories that include a 60-watt PoE injector, a 48-volt DC power supply, and mounting brackets. The value proposition for the R850 is that it is a dual-band 8x8 8-stream indoor high-end WTA Wi-Fi 6 certified AP. It is a converged access point, eliminating siloed wireless networks with a unified platform that augments Wi-Fi with onboard BLE and Zigbee radios, with the option to integrate other wireless technologies via the USB port for IoT applications. It is designed for high-density deployments and supports up to 1,024 clients, which is good for stadiums, convention centers, lecture halls, and other high-density clusters of users. With this AP, you can connect more devices simultaneously and improve device performance by enabling more simultaneous device connections with built-in 12 spatial streams, 8x8x8 in the 5 GHz and 4x4x4 stream in the 2.4 GHz. It also includes multi-user MIMO and OFDM technology, and it has all the advantage of Ruckus technologies such as beamflex, channel fly, transient client management, per packet adaptive transmit power, adaptive Wi-Fi cell size, airtime decongestion, network capacity utilization, and other such features. Whether you're deploying 10 or 10,000 APs, the R850 is also easy to manage through our collection of on-premise or cloud-based management options. The R850 will be supported across all Ruckus CommScope solutions. Smart Zone Release 5.2 and above will support it. Zone Director Release 10.4.1 and above. Cloud will support it as of Release 20.05, and it will also be supported on Unleashed at a future date as of the date of this recording. Thanks for taking the time to view this training.